In this session, I would be discussing some points which will definitely help the learners to overcome agitation. Firstly, what are the main reasons behind agitation? So, Piyush,
Some common reasons which all learners experience. So I'm gonna share like my according to my personal point of view. The first one is lack of vocabulary. So what happened is when a learner is joining new at its beginning level, he is so he came across different words that are not fit for their conversation. Like he can't find the right word to go through with the flow of conversation. So this is the main problem that learner faces during a conversation. Like in the beginner level, they try to be going through the advanced words, which they are which aren't stuck in their mind. So why this happens is because they move to the advanced level at the beginning stage of their learning process. So this is the main common reason. And the second thing is I would like to mention is fear of making mistakes. So, fear of making mistakes is very normal, but it makes a person anxious or nervous at the same point when it comes to the learner. Eventually, talking about at the initial phases of learning, it's a very common thing, and it determines the that you are in a learning process. But what happens is when a person is having a fear of making mistakes, like it can be any type of a mistake, a pronunciation mistake or a vocabulary mistake. So he or she finds very nervous, and it like they got very uneasy for them to overcome this fear. So like we are also going to talk about how to overcome it, but before that I would like to have, sir, your opinion. What are your opinion on this common hesitation points?
yeah, definitely. You have included two amazing points. First one, the fear of mistakes related to pronunciation, grammar, and so on. At the same time, you have included the point related to lack of vocabulary. And somehow, most of the learners, they just try to use quite a complex vocabulary in the elementary stage of learning. Yeah, so that's not the right way to learn quite advanced words if you are a beginner. So if you are a beginner, just try to go for the simple vocabulary that will help you to express yourself accurately. So these are good points that has been mentioned from your side. Now I would be adding more information in it. The next thing would be low confidence. So somehow something which is causing difficulties for you is putting your confidence level down. So just try to immerse yourself in that kind of situation so you'll be able to overcome your low confidence. Apart from that, the fear of judgment. Suppose most of the people they just think that if the person is having the robust command over this language, if I'm gonna speak in front of that person, if I'm gonna take, so what the my mistakes or something. So these kind of things. So this is also one of the biggest reason, fear of judgment. As I have
Right.
mentioned 2 points, the low confidence, and the second thing is fear of judgment. It could be related to your opinion or having this kind of fear, what think about your speaking. At the same time, might be the person will criticize me. At the same time, other people can laugh at me, whatever I'm going to speak. So these are some sort of reasons behind agitation. I think
Right.
now we can move forward to provide some sort of tips, and you can also share your experience how a person can overcome agitation. So could you please share your response about that?
Okay, sir. So I have different tips in my mind which I wanted to give to the learners. The first tip I would like to have is practice speaking alone. Now, why this is a crucial tip for the learners to practice speak alone? Basically, this is for the introverts. who have a fear of public speaking, like they can't demonstrate or they can't express themselves in front of more people. So what they can do is you can take a mirror in your hand, and by looking onto that mirror you can have a conversation. You can choose any random topic or you can have a conversation over it. So what happens is, while you would be doing it from time to time, you would be seeing change in your conversation skills. You will be building confidence. And first thing that is very important is, before learning all this pronunciation vocabulary, is to build a confidence over that language. Once you are having a confidence over that language, you can go with the other tips as well. And also we are here to help you out. But the first thing you have to do is, you have to carry your fear out from that brain. I would like to mention one a very good quote that is related to the lack of judgment also. Nobody is going to judge you as harshly as you judge yourself. That is a very famous quote, and you should also remember it, because what happens is, when you judge yourself in a very criticized manner, then you fall, like it's all end up. But what you have to do is, you have to believe in yourself and carry on with the learning process as you are going on. Okay, so this is the first step I would like to have is, you can practice like with the help of a mirror. You can like take any sort of a topic and have a conversation over that. And the second one is, start small. As I have mentioned, making mistakes is good, but you have to start with the small steps. With the, as you are in the elementary state, as said by sir also. So in the elementary state, you have to start with the small words, like a basic English. You can ask someone that, hi, how are you? Or you can, if you want to know the directions, so you can ask the person, can you help me with this place? Or can you provide me the directions over to this place? So this sort of things build the sort of confidence also in you. And you can also go with the flow, like having a basic conversation in the initial stages is pretty normal, and that's what you are doing to elevate your career in advanced English. And the second one is, practice speaking alone. I would also like to have Vikram sir opinions over this thing. So
Yeah, definitely. You have included two amazing points how to tackle this situation when the person is getting through apprehension. So, what they can do, they can just make a tiny habit of thinking in English, because in the beginning, if they are going to try this, definitely it is gonna make their journey as simple. So whatever the activity that they are doing, they have to train their brain to think in English. Suppose you are just trying to do any work, you are just immersing yourself in any kind of activity. So at that moment, you just have to start thinking that uh, just start framing some small sentences about that activity. So this thing is gonna allow you to think in English. Apart from that, it is a language, so we cannot focus on the perfection. This is also one of the biggest thing. If you are a language learner, don't think about the perfection, because nobody is perfect in this language. Even some sort of experts, they also commit errors. So rather than running behind the perfection, make sure that you're going to focus on the communication and try to prepare some sort of tiny goals and try to fulfill the requirement of that, rather than thinking that, oh, I'm not like a perfect speaker, these kind of things. Whatever the level that you're holding, that is good enough. But make sure that in order to reach to the next level, you are going to plan the things rather than thinking about the perfection, or rather than thinking about what would be the result of this scenario. If you are thinking a lot, so it is going to be considered as overthinking, and in overthinking, you are just gonna waste your time. So it's better to give that certain time to your task rather than thinking too much about the result. That's what I just wanted to mention about this. Okay, so would you like to add something, Piyush?
What you can do is you can take a turns in a sentence. Like you have to speak a sort of sentence and you have to complete it by yourself. Like you can choose a random sentence and you have to take it a turn. Now, how you could do it? You could say it, I'm going to the market to buy. You have to basically form a story from a one line. Okay, you could practice it. It's a fun, amazing game. You can practice to improve your communication and the speaking part also. Basically in the time period you will realize to use how to this will allow you to how to use simple words in your language. Okay, because at the initial position if you are having a difficulty, that's pretty okay. As mentioned by sir, many renowned speakers also commit mistakes, so it's pretty normal. And for them, if it's pretty normal for them, I guess you are in the elementary stage, so you have to make yourself understand that yeah, I have to also mastery doesn't come in one night. You have to give a time, you have to allot a time for that. So this is the thing I would like to provide is you can take a sentence, I'm going to the market, and then you have to frame a story out of it. Once you do it, you would see that you would feel more happy from inside that yeah, you have completed today one sentence by yourself, or you are able to do it. Okay, then you would have more confidence over your speaking skills. So that's all from my side. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. This is really an amazing tip. And learners can learn through fun because they are going to have a conversation with their speaking partner or anybody. If you are having any family member with whom you can practice. So this is going to be considered as an activity, and definitely you'll be enjoying by immersing yourself in this activity. So in the end, I just wanted to say that whatever the thing that has been shared by me and Piyush, definitely these things are going to help you to overcome agitation. So if you are a language learner or you have started learning this language, so make sure that you're going to utilize all these tips, tricks, and techniques in order to tackle agitation. And I hope this little information is gonna help you to overcome all the problems which you are facing in your language learning journey. Thank you for listening to us.
Thank you so much, Leona, for being a part of this conversation and having so much of patience. I hope if you came across this much full length of video, so please comment down below that how you are really overcoming your hesitation, how you are doing it. We also have wanted to know that how you are able to do it. So thank you so much once again for joining. Have a nice day.